Well, next on BBC Radio 4, the last of Sean Grundy's dramatisations of Beatrix Potter's classic tales. Reece Shearsmith, John Henshaw, Morwenna Banks and Angela McIntosh bring us the lesser-known tale of Ginger and Pickles.
Sally Hennypenny, Friday, 12 p.m.
Hello, Ginger. I thought you'd called an end to our sessions.
I did. I was too embarrassed to come.
You've got nothing to be embarrassed about?
I could not pay you.
OK, well, that doesn't matter. I'm sure we can work something out if you need to continue the counselling.
Well, I wanted one more to talk about how it's all turned out. I won't bother you again.
You look cold. Come on in. I've got a window before my next appointment.
I can give you this.
A duck egg.
It's fresh. I haven't got much. We lost the business.
Ginger and Pickles.
That's right. I remember the little ditty we used to put on to draw the crowds.
That's very entertaining.
Yeah, we're just a little shop around the corner.
Just the proper size for all you dolls. Just ask for Ginger, the yellow tomcat.
Oh, Pickles, he's the terrier. Only joking, madam. No need to be afraid.
No need to be a chicken if you're a mouse.
Our motto is we never eat the customers. Meow.
Woof, woof.
Your customers liked it?
We meant it. We never ate anyone when it came to the shop. The rabbits were always a little bit afraid of Pickles. But the shop was also patronised by mice. Only the mice were rather afraid of me. Oh dear, Mr. Pickles, Mrs. Tittlemouse and her family need assistance. Could you serve? They do make my mouth water.
Oh, I have the same feeling about rats, Mr. Ginger. But it would never do to snack on them. They would leave us and go to Tabitha Twitch's.
Well, on the contrary, they would go nowhere.
Mrs. Tittlemouse, how can I be of service?
Were all your customers potential prey?
Perhaps not Jeremy Fisher. I've never cared for frog. And I don't believe Pickles ever indulged in amphibians or reptiles. Oh, and Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Too prickly. Although I do think Pickles once nibbled a squashed cousin of hers on the road to Neosari.
So you were both fighting a natural urge?
Well, these are modern times, and the customers loved our shop. Tabitha Twitchit kept the only other shop in the village, but she did not give credit.
There you go, Mrs. Tittlemouse. 1 bar of soap, 2 pennies, please.
Could you add it to my account?
You mean to say you want credit?
Was that a request for credit, Mr. Pickles?
To be dreadfully frank with you, sirs, electricity is so expensive, and we needed a damnable lecky key to see us through this terrible winter.
The customers came again and again, in spite of being afraid of me and Pickles.
And the escalating cheese prices have left us bereft of even 2 pennies to rub together, or give to you.
What do you say, Mr. Ginger?
I say, why, of course, Mrs. Tittlemouse.
And I concur, Mr. Pickles. With pleasure, madam. Bring the red book.
Here comes the red book. Now then. P. Bland, B. Bunny, J. Fisher, Teakin, Moppet, S. Nutkin, J. Puddleduck, P. Rabbit, P. Robinson, Tiggywinkle?
No.
Tiptoes?
No, Tittlemouse.
Tittlemouse, India.
That's me.
2 pennies for soap against Mrs. Tittlemouse.
Consider it written in stone.
Yes, we gave credit, unlimited credit. And so the customers came in crowds every day and bought quantities. They never paid for as much as a pennyworth of peppermints.
Yes, Mrs. Nutkins. We'll let the red book take care of it, shall we?
We sold so much, except to Miss Sally Hennypenny. She visited our shop every day, sometimes twice, simply to note everything down and not once purchased even a bean. No, I'm afraid we're closing now, Miss Sally.
Do you sell teas?
Yes, Indian, breakfast, green, jasmine, decaf.
No, letter T's.
I can order.
And what about toucans?
Cans of what?
Toucans, the bird.
I really think I must close up now.
See you tomorrow, then.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Oh, what an exhausting day. Miss Sally does not make it easier.
You see, look at Red Book. I mean, there's pages and pages of credited money. Yeah, we're going to be so rich.
But there is no money in the till.
I don't understand that there's always no money.
Well, then we're going to have to eat from the best shop in the village again.
You mean our own goods?
Let's retire to the back parlour.
I'll bring Red Book here. We can keep ourselves warm. We're going through the accounts.
Every night we added up sums and sums and sums.
To your left there. Is it full?
Oh, 4 biscuits remaining. Here, catch.
Oh! Hi. Hey. What about you, Mr. Ginger?
I'll finish off the dried haddock I started last night, if I can find it.
No, don't switch on the lights.
Oh.
We can't afford electricity. I'll shine the candle over there.
Oh, got it. I'll just scrape off the mould, as good as new. But now it was January, and there was still no money, and Pickles was unable to buy a dog licence.
I'm afraid I might be summoned soon. I've tried in vain to get a dog licence upon credit at the post office, but the place is always full of policemen. I met one as I was coming home.
Let us send in the bill again to Samuel Whiskers. He owes 22 and 9 for bacon. That should cover it.
Do you know, I don't think that he intends to pay a bill at all. Perhaps we should stop unlimited credit.
I know. I mean, this money thing seems dreadfully topsy-turvy. It seems wrong to take it from others when they need it. I mean, look at Mrs. Rabbit, always having to buy new clothes for Peter, and Mrs. Tiggywinkle always losing kerchiefs.
Oh, and Nutkins family, eh? Having to pay all that money for poor Squirrel's tail operation. But don't we need money too?
It's difficult to know what to do.
Hey, what was that noise?
Probably your tummy.
No.
The suck on this haddock's tail.
No, it came from shop.
Maybe something's been pushed in at the door.
Oh, someone.
It was the night Pickles heard someone break into the shop that events seemed to go from bad to worse.
Hey, you stay behind me.
Oh, my nerves aren't up to this, Pickles. Look, at the counter there's an envelope. How did it get there?
There's a policeman. Ginger, he's writing in a notebook.
Oh, I'll hide behind this sugar barrel.
Get back, get back.
Pickles nearly had a fit. He barked and he barked and he made little rushes. Bite him! Mr. Pickles, bite him! He's only a German dog! The policeman went on writing in his notebook. He barked until he was hoarse, but still the policeman took no notice. At length, on his last little rush, Mr. Pickles found that the shop was empty.
It's disappeared.
But the envelope remains.
How's he done that?
He wasn't there, was he? The policeman.
Well, he felt real at the time. I mean, we were so on edge.
I think the undernourishment combined with the anxiety induced an hallucination.
Oh, but we both saw it.
There was obviously a noise in the shop.
The envelope.
And your imagination filled in the rest.
Hey, do you think he's going to fetch a real live policeman? Open the envelope. I'm afraid it might be a summons.
Oh. No, it is the rates and taxes. £3.19 shillings and 11 and 3.
Oh no, this is the last straw.
How can we pay?
We can't. We'll have to close the shop.
We put up the shutters and left, but we've not removed from the neighbourhood, although I think some people wish we had gone further.
No, I'm sure that's not true. How are you coping?
Pickles is at present a gamekeeper. I'm making ends meet and living in the Warren. I am putting on a brave front, but it's all gone very wrong. Oh dear. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. You must feel very upset by all that's happened to you.
Money It's such a silly game. Pickles and I were very good with the customers. They liked our little ditty, and we never ate any of them.
No, I can see you were very good at many aspects, but sometimes we need help from others in difficult times. There's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't know who to turn to. Who else in the village ran a shop? Except Tabitha Twitchett, and she would never help. The closing of the shop caused great inconvenience to the village. Tabitha Twitchett immediately raised the price of everything a halfpenny. She continued to refuse any credit.
Business is not easy.
But does it need to be so unkind? Oh, it's your next session. I must depart.
No, I'll tell them to come back in 10 minutes while you collect your thoughts. Oh, hello, Sally Hennypenny.
Hello.
Mr. Pickles.
Pickles? What are you doing here?
Ginger, you won't believe what's happened. Look out the window. Look, there's so many faces. I mean, it's all our customers. The Nutkins, the Puddle Ducks, Benjamin Bunny, Peter Rabbit.
Mrs. Tiggywinkle, Samuel Whiskers.
Mrs. Tittlemouse.
Even Johnny Tormouse has come. I told the gamekeeper we'd lost his shop. He told the farmer, and in turn, Sally Hennypenny discovered our misfortune. Word travelled all over the village, and they've all come looking for us to help us to get the shop back. Look, money.
No. Is this true, Sally Hennypenny?
Yes, the Nutkins sold all their extra nuts to the toffee makers. They fetched a very good price.
Benjamin and Peter raised money from selling all the vegetables in Mr. McGregor's garden. They all wanted to help us because we helped them.
Oh, can I open this window?
Oh, yes, let me...
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
We all owe so much to you. We wouldn't have been able to feed ourselves over Christmas if it hadn't been for you and Mr. Pickles.
Even Mrs. Tittlemouse has contributed money, and she's on the pancrack.
Thank you for this, Sally Hennypenny.
I had always noted you two were the best shopkeepers, but you just needed help balancing the books. I understand why you gave credit. I have studied the economic principles of both John Keynes and Adam Smith. There can be a balance, and I propose to help you.
No, what's the matter, Ginger? It's not such a bad idea.
It's wonderful. I'm overwhelmed.
Oh, thank goodness. I hope you'd agree.
Together this will be most brilliant. I have even made a printed poster. Look.
Ginger, Pickles and Henny's opening sale. Ginger's ginormous discounts. Come by, come try, come by.
The poster is most enticing.
I'll be crammed with customers and no doubt crowds of mice on the biscuit canisters.
And this time, I will insist on being paid cash.
Really?
Well, perhaps a little credit, but not unlimited.
It'll be the best shop in the village. Ginger, Pickles and Henny.
We never eat the customers.
The Tale of Ginger and Pickles featured Reece Shearsmith as Ginger and John Henshaw as Pickles. Morwenna Banks was the voice of Beatty. Sally Hennypenny was played by Angela McIntosh and Mrs. Tittlemouse by Janine Davitsky. The Tales of Beatrix Potter were dramatised and directed by Sean Grundy, with original music by Phase Music. The producer was Sally Harrison, and it was a Woollyback production for BBC Radio 4.